cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. And today we are going to do the market update. We are going to do it live just for you. So going full screen on the PowerPoint. Here we go. This is your market update. When to do the shopping after the dropping. Let's kick in with how long this correction is going to last. So a reminder. Every time legacy interfaces with crypto, something not good happens, right? Go back to December 2017. CME futures contract comes out. Crypto goes down for 3 years. Coinbase IPO back in the spring. Crypto goes down for 3 months. Bitcoin futures ETF comes out. In technical analysis, things happen in threes. So it's the third time, and each time it shrinks in duration, the correction. So I'm guessing BTC is going to be down for 3 weeks. This week upcoming, okay, today, November 15th, being the third week. So not really expecting a good week in crypto, but if the buy on red philosophy holds, you may get a pop between November 21st and December 1st. Now let's dive into the details. Normally, a trend will last between 45 and 47 days. This is total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin. So basically ETH and all altcoins. Trends last 48 days. Corrections last about 9 to 10. And then stronger up moves can last up to 23 days. By my estimate, we topped out a couple days ago. The correction should end probably at the end of this week on Saturday or Sunday. So expect down to sideways action in crypto this week. Now, that's the bad news. The good news is this allows you to get a shopping list set up and possibly buy dips, okay, and things that could get hammered. And also, if you can pick the big winner, like Avalanche over the weekend, it might give you a chance to jump on some momentum plays. One of those momentum plays could be SHIB. Remember, SHIB went down as the rest of the market went up. And I'm actually wondering if SHIB can go up as the rest of the market goes down. More on that on today's Token Metrics live stream later today. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. 65K, it's sitting here pretty boring. Bitcoin had a chance to break out and rip higher, and it didn't. I suspect the Bitcoin ETF and some unrelated or unknown phenomenon is at play. So the dip in Bitcoin could be as deep as 58, 54 is possible. The other choice is it sits at 65. We just don't know yet, but I don't think this is the week to buy. Now, something good. The range in Ethereum versus Bitcoin is starting to contract. So I've got like a triangle within a triangle. ETH is outperforming Bitcoin today. Frankly, I expect that to last all week because if there's going to be selling, it's going to be in Bitcoin because of the ETF. And I still believe that ETH can have a very dramatic move up versus Bitcoin. How long that up move lasts, I don't know, but I do think there's going to be a big new high from like 0.068 to say 0.86 or even up to 0.1. So ETH can do better versus Bitcoin. Now, Litecoin, oh my God, right? I love this coin because everyone hates it, but every time this coin moons, the whole market goes down. It's happened like the last 2 times. Now, what I'm hoping is that because it's the holiday season and digital cash payments may come into play, I'm wondering if the dip to 220 in Litecoin is worth buying with, say, a stop below 195, which was kind of the top of the old range. In other words, in Litecoin and all of these digital cash solutions, the big question is, if it's a bull market, you should be able to buy the dip. So if you can buy the dip and make money, it's a bull market. Otherwise, it's just the same trap that the mysterious crypto market pulls at the end of an up move. Chainlink, all right, just as a note on trading and trading in ranges. At 23, it looked terrible. It almost went through the bottom of the range. At 37, it looked like it was going to go straight to the moon, and it stopped. As a technical analysis lesson, this is the definition of a range. Everyone's selling at the bottom, buying at the top, and having it just continue to move sideways until people give up, and then it eventually breaks out one way or the other. So if you want to know a textbook example of what it's like to have something be in a range, Chainlink is it. All right, a bit of a word from Legacy. Now, for crypto, what would be best is if the economy was okay, but not hot or not strong enough to continue to trigger more massive inflation to the point where the Fed has to come in and really start hiking rates and talking tough. So we want good price action, good economy, but not too good. So I'm looking at oil. Now, oil, I thought was going to stop at 80. It went to 84. Okay. And then it stopped at 85 and turned around and went back down to 80. So if oil is a good indication of what's going on in the economy, I would love to see a double top in oil. I think it's worth watching because oil down, okay, could mean that the Fed doesn't have to get super hawkish, stop printing money altogether, and raise rates. Copper, another indication of economic activity, consolidating at resistance, just below resistance. In the past, in crypto, when something consolidates below resistance, it eventually blows through it. Frankly, for crypto, I would prefer it if copper was chill near resistance and didn't break out. I think a breakout in copper scares people that economic growth is way too strong and brings in an aggressive Fed, which is not good for crypto. So chill copper, HG on TradingView, good for crypto. GDXJ, gold miners, okay? Very important because I think ETH, I know ETH is strongly correlated to precious metals. GDXJ is a junior gold miner stock ETF. So it follows small, speculative gold mining stocks. All right. Why is that relevant? Well, GDXJ is a great leading indicator for gold. So if GDXJ is moving up, gold and silver may go up and ETH may go with it. So GDXJ up, good. KuCoin weekly index. Interesting, 25% allocation to PAX gold. That could be a defensive measure. It could also be an indication that gold's finally going to wake up. I've said this about 3 or 4 times throughout the year. You know, gold bugs have been pounding the table for 10 years, only to watch Bitcoin smoke higher. They're eventually going to be right, okay? Especially if they have to print for climate change. So I don't see any harm in thinking about gold either through GDXJ or PAX, not investment advice. Now, Binance coin in there at a 20% allocation, getting a lot of requests through our customers, increasingly looking at coins trading on Binance. Binance is hanging out below resistance at 675. So, you know, the coin's basically 1x'd in October. Okay, so on that note, you might expect it to chill out. But if this market goes down for a week and Binance coin doesn't back off, or if Binance coin finds support where it did last time, around 570, This could be the play. Everyone's talking about every layer one in the whole world. This could be the play if there's a rally between Thanksgiving and early December. Thanksgiving is the U.S. holiday around November 25th. Solana. Solana is actually getting difficult, right? 236 is a technical point, a Gann point, and it feels like the market knows it, right? It dips below it. It stops everyone out. Then it goes above it and looks like it's going to go to 280, only to see it stop and just sit. So the range in Solana is narrowing. There's two ways to look at that. One, it's lost momentum. So when a momentum trade loses momentum, you get out. The other way to look at it is that it's consolidating. Now, if there was a really bad correction, I don't even know if it's wishful thinking to think Solana could retest support at 180. I would love to think so, because that would be a great buying opportunity. However, I suspect what's going to happen in Solana, assuming the market does not get totally destroyed, is that Solana is just going to go sideways. And then come November 21st, it's going to lurch up. It's either going to go to 281 or 581. So if you're dying to get into Solana, wait a week. Wait a week. You know, you might get much lower prices, or you might be able to enter after the overall market has gotten hit. And then you can have more confidence that if everything rebounds, Solana will rebound with it. Now, near protocol. I think the word is out on this officially that, you know, this is a great play. Two things. One, it couldn't get the support at $9.20. That could be super, super, super bullish, right? Because it couldn't dip down there. Now, I've also seen cases where when something can't get the support, when it goes down, it actually goes through support and winds up around $8. Again, it's like Solana. It's bullish. Everyone kind of knows it's bullish, but the question is, how does it get shaken out? What do they do, if anything, to sort of rattle people? Sometimes it sits still. Sometimes it's dipped to support. Sometimes it's below that. My comment on this was try to be patient. It feels impossible to be patient in NEAR and Solana because you really got this feeling that it's going up. And in trading, sometimes the best trade is the toughest trade. Now, it's the same thing with Polkadot. Polkadot looked like it was going to take off and go through 58 and go to the moon, and then it stopped. Now, it found support at 44. I think if Bitcoin goes down and Polkadot holds 44, it is a sign that Polkadot is going much higher. If the whole market gets hammered, I would think it would be a really good buying opportunity, not investment advice, at 38, which is the 38% retracement of the move off Polkadot's September low. Just as a point of reference, I know everyone likes everything to go straight up 5 minutes after they buy it. I get it. But sometimes in bigger coins, you have to let retracements, dips, or ranges happen and washouts happen so you can get a good price to get involved. So when it turns and goes up, you know, you have good trade location versus FOMOing in at 50 and then watching it have to go to 38 and you're stopping out where you should have bought it. Now, Avalanche hit 100 over the weekend. So me and my colleague Forrest, along with our fundamental analysts, are on track with this being like, you know, DeFi and DEX 2.0 happening on Avalanche and Trader Joe. So with Avalanche, if Avalanche doesn't dip back into the 80s, Avalanche could go to 150. Now, I know we talked about that before, and you're like, how is Avalanche going to go to 150 if the market is correcting? Well, it probably won't, but you can't underestimate the idea of a 1 or 2 coin market. In other words, if this thing is really as good as we think it is, it may actually try to go up as the market goes down. How likely is that? I don't know. It's probably more likely you get to buy it at 90 or 85. All right. That said, if something surprised and ramp to the upside in a sideways market, it could be this coin. Luna, stuck between 48 and 51. Okay. It's hitting Gann resistance for the third time and coming off. So I'm guessing that this trade may be almost done, right? Maybe they get a big new high out of it, but it may be time to rotate and think about putting money elsewhere in the DeFi universe. Now, speaking of elsewhere, I know this is not the 100x play, but you have made more money owning stocks like Galaxy Digital than you have owning Bitcoin over, say, the last 2 to 3 weeks. Coinbase is coming out with NFTs. Coinbase's earnings were terrible, and there were green candles all over the chart for the last 3 days. So unless Bitcoin is going to get completely crushed, I'm wondering if the best play into the end of the year isn't Coinbase's stock and related crypto equities. In other words, if you can't figure out how to play NFTs, or you played NFTs and got hosed, but still want to be involved in the theme, Coinbase's stock, like them or not, may be the best play. I talked about Galaxy at 23. Galaxy went to 40 something with the market doing nothing. Coinbase could move and be the next Galaxy, because I don't think the equity market understands the power of NFTs and the metaverse. Now, speaking of the metaverse, yes, the evil empire, Facebook, now known as Meta. Big green candle, okay, end of last week. Possible head and shoulders bottom. Facebook's running a really cool commercial on American college football games. I watched it all weekend, and I didn't realize it was Facebook and the metaverse until I really concentrated on it in the end. I just noticed that, hey, this is a pretty cool commercial, especially with a lot of young people in it, all right? And young people don't do Facebook. So the metaverse could bring in young people, okay? And I know that we want the metaverse to be decentralized, but the larger theme is the equity market has not figured this out yet. There is a monster opportunity in the metaverse, in the stock market. And right now, that's pretty much Coinbase and Facebook. Okay, now back to the metaverse we want to know and love. There's Decentraland Mana. It would be great if it could stay above $3.28. I would love to see the metaverse higher as Bitcoin declined, but I have to be realistic. Okay, it may be that the metaverse, that Decentraland has to downtick to $2.26 or test $2. Now, it's tough to be patient. I think the trade for the moment may be in Facebook, and it may pay to wait to see if any of these metaverse coins dip. If they dip, grab them. If they don't dip, it could be a sign of huge strength and a massive new high coming once the correction is over. So watching and waiting is unpopular, but the overall BTFD thought process for the metaverse in crypto applies. Buy the big stuff, buy the good stuff on dips, not investment advice. Sandbox, same thing. We had support at 230. It ricocheted off that, went above 3, and now profit-taking, year-end profit-taking is coming in, which again is understandable after a 5x. The question is, will Sandbox come down, retest 230, or maybe even fall below $2 if the market gets hammered? I don't know, but my colleague Forrest always says it's awful to have a good trade and the wrong entry point. So with this, I'd rather wait a week, right? Even though we're doing the market update every day, wait a couple days. I'll start tracking intraday charts. Stay tuned with us, but waiting may be better. Okay, Overstock. Yes, Overstock, security tokens, a new theme that could help crypto going forward. Overstock could head from 103 to 131 in a stable crypto market where equities are rising. Again, I think there are crypto stocks inside the equity market that are wildly underappreciated. This huge range in Overstock, which has, a very much of a crypto, it's a total crypto company, and it's worth looking into because this thing could really, really go up if there was a catalyst related to the businesses that it was in. Now, just a brief word on equities. Tesla, word has it that Musk is absolutely selling after becoming a trillionaire. And can you seriously blame him? Can you seriously blame him? All right. Now, why do we care in crypto about Tesla? I want to see if the fact that Tesla holds Bitcoin helps this stock hold up when Musk is unloading. So 900 is a gap in Tesla. It's also a former ceiling and resistance from back at the start of the year. So if Tesla gets supported at 900, that could be a huge vote of confidence for Bitcoin. So if Tesla's getting hammered and crypto's getting hammered, but Tesla holds 900, that could be a sign that Bitcoin's going to hold and turn around and have 2 or 3 really big up weeks. So yes, I know this is not an altcoin 100x idea, but in order to find the altcoin 100x idea, I think you have to pay attention to these type of metrics. Now, Marathon Holdings, again, a Bitcoin mining company, has a gap at 54. I think it's interesting that all of these, what I call Bitcoin stocks, okay, may do a retest of a prior ceiling. So when I look at this chart, like when I look at Decentraland, I'm like, oh God, please don't have this rip to the moon in my face when I'm thinking it's going to dip. Then I look at this chart and I go, okay, this crypto equity that's attached to Bitcoin, like Tesla, looks like it's going to get washed out from 69 to 54. So if the crypto market washes everyone out, you don't want to buy now. You want to buy when something like Mara gets down to 54. Folks, that's the market update. This is Bill Noble from Token Metrics. We will see you tomorrow live on the air.